She describes herself as a modern-day business lady who uses loyal business ethics to promote her cherished brand. But franchisees and a former employee we spoke to say disloyalty and disappearing money would be a more apt description. Thanduxolo Jiga has more.
A former old-fashioned fish and chips employee who worked in the accounts department claims funding was misused and mismanaged by founder Emilia de Souza and her family.
It went to their personal flights, personal expenses, building their personal houses, going on trips to Italy, asking for large amounts of salaries as well.
She alleges that de Souza's continued taking franchisees' money and promising them stores, even though they had no premises.
Customers come there wanting an old-fashioned fish and chips franchise, and they deposit the deposit fee into their accounts, and they don't end up getting what they wanted in the first place. They will deposit 150,000 Rand into old-fashioned fish and chips account, and they would never get their store.
Head office has already been arrogant. We were dealing directly with Emilia de Souza, who's one of the directors. But anyway, it's her and her children. We just hope we can recover it. You know, we engage the lawyers.
Checkpoint went undercover to see if Emilia and her family were still offering franchises, despite facing liquidation. We met daughter-in-law, Tanya de Souza. At no stage did she say the company was in financial difficulty.
What happens is that money will go into a trust account, the 150, okay? And then once obviously put together the balance of the funding, then we'll do the feasibility in the meantime with that 150, so that secures your feasibility if you've got a site that you're interested in.
We went looking for Emilia de Souza to find out why she had so many unhappy franchisees. We're here to see Emilia.
Emilia asked me to make an appointment for you for 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Is that okay?
2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon?
Yes.
Okay. But Emilia cancelled that interview. We finally secured an interview with her last week and asked her why she hadn't refunded people.
Some of these refunds, they're not genuine. I gave somebody a refund twice because that's why all these refunds got stopped, because there was people applying for refunds that didn't even pay a deposit. And I've got paper trail for that.
But the ones that I'm talking
And you know, there are some names that you've got there, 20, I don't know where you get the 21 names from.
From the National Consumer
No, but that's not right.
Commission.
That is wrong. There's not genuine refunds.
We also asked about allegations that her family had squandered company funds.
It's false.
Ian Jacobsberg of the South African Franchise Association has a fair idea of what went wrong with OFFC, which has been kicked out of the mother body.
Their admin systems were not geared for the number of applicants they got, and they lost control of the process at some point. If you take a deposit of any kind, you take money in consideration of any transaction, firstly, you have to keep it in a separate fund. You can't treat it as your own money.
Emilia denies that OFFC has been kicked out of the Franchise Association.
They didn't kick us out.
You left.
We left. We didn't kick us out.
And we can present that in writing.
And while it smells like fraud, Jacobsberg says it's difficult to prove.
You need to prove that at the time that they took the money and at the time that they told you they were going to give you a site, they actually had no intention of doing so.
What do you say, to these allegations that you took people's money with no intention of opening their stores to finance your personal lifestyle?
That's a lie. That is a lie. People owe us money. They take us for a ride. They see it's a good concept, you know. They're trying to hijack this good brand.
Recently, a disgruntled franchisee from East London applied for OFFC to be liquidated. They aren't the only ones that support this action.
One of the biggest ones, this is Voxidox Pty Limited. They've paid, or they actually got a franchise and decided it was doing very well and decided to buy 4 more franchises. And since today, they've paid the full amount of 2.99 million to Old Fashioned Fish and Chips Pty Limited, and they still haven't received any franchises.
Joint liquidators have been appointed to try to get at least some money back for those who lost so much. What now for those who already have OFFC stores?
They must wait for the legal issues to come up now. Our legal will take over that now.
Not good enough for Tebogo, who wonders how he's going to manage his existing franchises.
It's a bit of a challenge because it becomes a sort of a cash business. You must have cash up front in order to run the store. But now that there's a story of liquidation and stuff, it means we must rebrand. Because if it was a liquidate head office, we must just rebrand, which is another cost on our side.
Even with her company collapsing around her ears, Emilia still believes in the brand.
And I will be fighting very hard for this brand. And it will be the best brand in South Africa. Still is the best brand.
That's all from us this week. Please do give us your feedback. Our Twitter handle is @checkpoint_eNCA and our email address checkpoint@enca.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Ngepile Mabuse.